Everybody, this is Scott from Lawrence Hypnotherapy, and welcome to this new challenge called How to Write Headlines That Attract Clients for Free. And it's been a really incredible year. I help people like you to either increase the results that you get with your clients when you see them, or to attract clients at a much more consistent frequency. But this year has been really different for us, and there's a few reasons why. And a lot of it's to do with just the level of engagement, or just the level of just fun in applying them to these very simple, straightforward techniques. To begin with, just to jumpstart you, because this is a 2-week program, I just want to get you straight into an exercise, just so that you can see a little bit about what this is about. Because in business, there can be a lot to think about, like whether it's that you're seeing your clients, you're lifting that emotional weight for your client, and there's a lot to think about. Or how do you basically put a program together, how do you get your headlines right, all those things. And it's just really good just to zoom in on one for a little while, because if money is a big thing for you, and this year the economy is not the same as it has been last year, so you do need to change your tactics, and you need to really make sure that you're engaging people. And sometimes what you need to do is stop, slow down, calm down, and think in a different way that's a little bit more fun, a little bit more relaxed, a bit more playful, and a little bit less overwhelm. Overwhelm seems to be what happens when people are focusing on all of the steps at once. Or with the chain, there's only one break in the chain. It's the one they're currently working on now. But you can't be stuck on every single link in the chain, because you should only be working on one at a time. So we're doing this exercise with you guys, this headline exercise, just to help you with one link in the chain, because headlines is 80% of your business. So let's get straight into the formula. So we're calling this early topic, long objection, clear call to action. So if you think about say where it says target, how to achieve promise in time frame without negative consequence 1, 2, or 3. An example of this part that says target, my target market are hypnotherapists, because I help people like you to grow your practice. You might be working with smokers or people with anxiety or whatever it is. So let me just show you something. This one. Hypnotherapists. So I look a little bit funny, I look a bit sleepy in that one. But if you're just sort of taking a look at where it says hypnotherapists, that's what I put in. And just to show you some of, this is one of the very, very first videos I did like this, July 3rd, 2017. So it was a while ago. But just kind of looking at all the people going, I'm in. And it just sort of goes on and on and on. Everyone's in on it. We had something 200 people asked to be in on it. I'll just show you the clip quickly.
Hey guys, hypnotherapist again. Thanks for having me in your newsfeed. I put a post up recently that basically said my brother and I are pretty heavy drinkers because we're on our second pot of tea. And it was funny, it was meant as ironic. I thought it was pretty funny. And so I just bought my, tea bags and stuff and cups for the winter. Because in the, the winter, this is where our hypnotherapy clients like to drink lots of coffee and then like to have lots of, alcohol at night to, to get themselves warm. And so it's now I've been 2 months off alcohol. My brother's been 7 years off alcohol, but I'm also 2 months off coffee and alcohol together. And so I'm, drinking tea as a way to keep giving myself that, that warm, rewarding ritual. I've already seen 3 hypnotherapy clients this morning, got 3 more to go. So it's been a pretty busy day. And sort of stop in the middle of the day to this video for you guys. So basically, when it comes to weight loss clients, there's a lot of issues that the clients can have where they'll make a lot of excuses. They'll basically either not listen to you in the first place, they'll not know much about food, or they're not exactly sure about what framework actually is. And so sometimes the sessions can fall apart. So I've written this 60-page guide for you that if you want it, just say I'm in the comment section and I'll give you my 60-page weight loss script for 6 sessions. Just check it out, because it's something that I used to charge something $200 for in the old days. But it's something that I'd really like to, to give to you, because especially in winter, this is the thing that's going to really help you with those clients. So I'll talk to you soon.
Alright, so it's not even really the best video, but it just performed so well. And it's not like an expensive set design. I basically had, I was walking around the back of a train station. It's like an ugly background, but just straight away, hypnotherapists, how to get resistant clients to lose weight in the cold winter, even if they're as stubborn as they come. Say, I'm in to download, then in brackets, the ultimate 6-session weight loss script. So you can tell that that headline isn't really about me, it's about them. I'm not necessarily bragging. I'm actually just really, really well relating to their problem. So going back to this formula, target. So it could be hypnotherapists, it could be smokers. How to achieve promise. What are people greedy for? What is your service like? And so it's not if you're putting in hypnosis, NLP, coaching, that's not what they're greedy for. That's your modality. That's not the problem that you help people with. But one of the best things you can do, just take this like one sentence target, how to achieve promise in time frame without negative consequence 1, 2, and 3. I would like you to, if you're like a superstar and you really want to get going, kind of stop and slow down with this. Get out a piece of paper and come up with 10 versions of this sentence. Come up with 10. And then just don't post them all today. Maybe post one. But most people, what they tend to do with this sort of thing is they look at it and they're like, they take a snapshot of it with their eyes and they're going, I don't get it. And that's it. Like, that's where their mind is at, that they're in such a rush that they never end up with money in their bank account because they're in so much of a rush. And they're just like, I'm confused. I'm like, well, I can't help you if you're confused. I can help you if you stop and slow down and ask a very, very clear question about what you're currently working on, if that makes sense. So have a go at this. Like, get out a pen and paper. Target, like write down, come up with 10 different versions of this. 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 And then make them think, conflict and reveal. Let me give you an example. So this is one, just to kind of give you an example. Take a look at this picture here. How to cure depression. And look at these circles. So think about, like, I put this together because my target market are therapists. Therapists love this kind of stuff. Like, therapists love frameworks. So I'm kind of like giving in to the group that I'm talking to. What does your group love? And really stop and think about it. Write down 10 answers on a piece of paper. Like, if I ask you a question like that, how to cure it, what could like a picture be for you in your post? If I ask you that question, pause the video and write down 10 answers. And look at this, 293 comments. I then shared this in other groups and got even more people saying I'm in, but just let me just bring them all up. People just went crazy over it. And just recently I just kind of tagged one of my students in this and ended up with like another 80 email addresses, because Facebook, if you prove that you're getting engagement from a post and people are actually typing I'm in, then Facebook then shares it with the next people. So you need the kind of post that is naturally going to get people to say I'm in, or naturally get people to engage. But look at this, like look at this engagement. Just kind of check out, and like what are people saying? They're saying yes, yes please, yes please. If you have something that you can identify what's the problem they have and what's a gift that you can give them, just look at how many people. That's funny, like someone's done a funny face. I didn't put this maybe while it was in my pocket. Oh, so they didn't mean to do that. That is funny. My pocket does the same thing. But just kind of like looking at this. How many people have given me their details? Think about like how much money can you make if you have a list of 10,000 people? You email them and they buy your stuff. How much money can you make if you had a list of 10,000 people? Let's say you give out a free gift, and let's say like over a year or over 2 years, 10,000 people give you their email address or contact details. That list is worth money. That is your retirement fund, that email address list. So when I was talking about make them think, conflict and reveal, so I've put the call to action up here for some reason. I like to mix things up. I like to experiment. Type yes if you would like this training free in this group, and if you'd like to be the first to know when it's up. Then I've started to tell them what the videos are going to be, and what the ebook is. I've even gone on to tell them like what I'm going to sell them. And said, we're so excited to get this out to you. So video 1, what is depression? In this video, we teach an in-depth step-by-step training on causes of depression and how clients create internal world unconsciously. Video 2, how to treat depression, the subconscious programming language techniques to change thought patterns and create lasting joy. Video 3, the human needs map, and that because it's a noun, people love nouns. You can't sell verbs like doing things. You can't sell actions and services until you turn it into a program, turn it into a product, turn it into a box, turn it into a framework. And that's what people buy. That's what people want. They want things that they can perceive as a thing. That's why you've got to use nouns. Come up with a framework. So when habits have been cured, but the client still feels depressed, it's because one or more of their 5 human needs are still not being met. So there's a bit of mystery going on. And so they want a reveal. They want to know like what's going to happen, and then a call to action. So this is the framework that I would like you to come up with a few versions of this. And if you're on a busy timeline, well, you should really, like, there's nothing more important in your life, in your business, than your headlines. Like, if you really want to like bank some money this year and actually like get some money, so by Christmas, whatever it is, that you've actually just got some money there, you do need a profitable program, like something that costs enough and enough people enrolling in it. That's the revenue side that we can talk about in other programs. But think about like your reach side. How do you get a big list? How do you get lots of people to follow you? How do you get lots of people to keep saying I'm in for things and build your database? This is the formula. So for homework, day 1, I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. In one post, in this group, I'd like you to put one post in this group and write 3 joke, non-serious headlines, plus 3 serious business-related headlines. So there's a reason that we do the joke headlines first. A lot of people will say, hey Scott, I'm stuck. And be like, hi Stuck, I'm Scott. When people are stuck, they're just, they're literally so worried about the outcome. They're kind of obsessing about money. They're going, I need to bank some money, I need to pay my bills. And as they're focusing on that, their brain turns dumb. Quite literally, that the more they keep focusing on being broke, tired, and overwhelmed, the more dumb the brain programs itself to become. And it's a big shame, because that's not useful. Like, that's not a useful thought pattern. A useful thought pattern is how to be more playful. So if we go back to this framework, if you can have some fun with this, if you can come up with some jokes, so target like, dear, whatever you're going to say, what's a funny, you can write idiots if you want. You can put insults in there just to get flowing for your joke 1. How to become twice as tall. Obviously that's not a promise you're going to make because that's the joke 1, but have a go at writing the joke 3 times, and then have a go at writing the serious version. So that's your homework for today. In one post in this group, write 3 jokes and 3 serious headlines based on that formula. So, frequently asked questions. Do I have to do the homework? You see, I'm really smart and don't need to actually do any work to get better. My answer, well, you do need to do the work. If you do it, you will grow from it. It's like, I want to learn to play the guitar, but I don't want to touch one. I want to learn to swim, but I don't want to hop in the water and get wet. Can't you just give me 1,000 books on how to become a better swimmer? No. So you got to do these things, even if you're busy. Another question, why am I writing joke headlines first? Because when people get serious, the blood leaves their frontal lobe and they can't think. So let's jumpstart your ads with a little light-hearted humor. So that's it for today, and tomorrow we're going to get into even more depth. But just again, that formula, this is it. Take a screenshot, write it down, and I want you to post 3 joke versions of this and 3 serious versions, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks so much again for being a part of this group. See you tomorrow.